Thank you, Senator Carr. Senator Muir.
Thank you, Madam Acting Deputy President. I rise to make just a short statement in relation to this. I'll have a lot more to say when the bill itself is actually being debated, and of course introducing some amendments and hopefully speaking in length in relation to them. I'm concerned that the most significant changes to the Commonwealth Electoral Act 1918 since 1984 are being rushed through the parliament for party political purposes. Adjunct Professor Michelle Grattan AO appears to agree and is on the record with the following comment. While the government boasts about engaging the community on the tax issue, it has avoided public debate as it seeks to muster the number for voting changes that would have sweeping implications for the Senate's future composition. This would be an extraordinary fast passage for such an important measure, but then speed is always possible if interests coincide. It is concerning that the government does not appear to be concerned with seeking broad support for these changes, given that they will likely be around for decades to come. The consideration of this bill should be delayed until the week of 15th of March, at a minimum, for the following reasons. It will allow the library to complete their research and return advice to senators. It will give the non-government members the drafting resources they need to move the necessary amendments. Due to the compressed timeline and the controversial nature of the bill, the resources of the drafting office and parliamentary library are overstretched. I am concerned that my crossbench colleagues would not be able to move any necessary amendments due to research and drafting constraints. The report date of the committee should be extended to allow all options and submissions to be considered properly. I believe the committee referral is nothing more than a token process when submissions close less than 24 hours before the first and only public hearing, with the reporting date with a report handed down shortly thereafter. And this hearing is only a half-day hearing. Pathetic with such a large change to our electoral system. This compressed timeline cannot possibly allow for anything more than token scrutiny of the bill. I'll finish by asking this question. If this reform is such a great idea, then why is it being rushed through the parliament and why is it being hidden from proper scrutiny? The parliament should have more time to scrutinise the changes and not have them rushed through. I'm certain there are many members of the Greens who agree in the importance of transparency and accountability in government decision-making at all levels, and they should be bitterly disappointed in their elected representatives. I heard Senator Whish-Wilson stand up earlier on and say that this bill has been scrutinised for the last year, or even longer. He mentioned 2012. That's a lie, an outright lie. And I believe the politically engaged Green supporters should be able to see straight through that. When something environmental or economics that the Greens want to knock down that the government's putting forward, they will screen process. They will screen process very, very loud. And with Senator Whish-Wilson standing up and saying this has been properly debated, it hasn't been. It's been spoken about in the Joint Select Committee into Electoral Matters, which was a closed group up until tomorrow, where minor parties and independents weren't able to get in and have a say. This bill itself does not reflect the recommendations completely that came out of the Joint Select Committee into Electoral Matters. So it is wrong to say that this has been scrutinised properly, because in the form it's presented, it has not. The government and the Greens are lying to the voters of Australia. On that logic, the government has been after penalty rates for many years. Because they've been speaking about it, if they brought a bill forward, should we just support it? I don't think so. But that's what could end up happening if the Greens cement themselves in and lock every other minor party out, so proper scrutiny of this parliament isn't able to proceed. Thank you.